had a lot of inquiries in our business is how to do international sponsoring. Neolife operates in 50 different markets around the world. And because of that, it's important for us to know if we've got prospects in countries where if you have prospects in countries where we don't live, it's important for us to know how to help them grow their business in those countries. So I'd like to make a few things. Make a few comments about international sponsoring. First, sponsoring is standard throughout the world. Sponsoring simply means that you meet a prospect or you have a prospect on your list, you get in touch with them, you invite them to have a look at the business, they look at the business, then you follow up to help them make a decision by giving them enough information to educate them. Remember, our goal is not to be salespeople. Our goal is to educate our prospects so that they can see the value that the business or the product will have in their lives. So the sponsoring process is the same throughout the world. Follow the basics of the business. Write a name list. Invite the people to look at the business. Show them the business presentation. Follow up to help them make a decision. Now, let me discuss how you can help somebody who is not in your country, but is resident in a country where Neolife has presence. Where Neolife is registered in the country. Very important thing to know is this. What is our business? Our business is moving products from Neolife to different consumers. So a very important thing is, if you have a prospect in any country that Neolife is doing business, how the prospect can get products. So it's important for you to know the address of the distributor service center, the WhatsApp number for product ordering or sending information, the email address, the telephone number, to know information of the location of where the company has products. For example, in South Africa, we have 3 major hubs, one in Johannesburg, one in Durban, and another one in Cape Town. So you need to know where this information is as a distributor. The next thing you need to have is the price list of the country to somebody. Why is this important? Because the person in the country where Neolife is, they need to know the price of the products where they're. You need to know the price list, the delivery process. If the prospects joins, how can they get hold of the products from the Neolife offices? You need to know the electronic way of ordering products, the kit options, the price list. All those small details are very important for you to know as a sponsor of the person you want to sponsor. One of the things I'm really excited about is Neolife has managed to really get fantastic information for all distributors wherever you are doing business. So if you give me 1 minute, I want to let me just stop sharing for a moment. I'd like to get to the back office to show you how you can get information about Neolife. If you give me 1 moment, I want to log in into our back office. Just 1 moment, please. About the price list. If you want information about the kit options, go to resources, click on resources library. Once you've clicked on the resources library, go to the country where you want to get information. For example, if I have a prospect in Kenya, or let me say I've got a prospect in Nigeria, go down to the drop menu. You will then click on Nigeria and then select the language that you want. In Nigeria, it's English and French. Let me say you click on English and then you search the document that you want. For example, I want the kit options for Nigeria. You type there kit options, and then you search. You click on the circle will search and give you the distributor kit options for Nigeria effective 22nd February 2024. And then you click there and it opens this document. Okay, this is the kit options for Nigeria. You can do that on your phone, you can do that on your laptop, whatever it is, as long as you can get information from there. Okay, then let me say you want to get a different type of information. You want to get a distributor, the confidential distributor price list. Then you type confidential distributor price list. And then you search. You click on the circle, the system will search for you, and there it is. And if you click on that, you will see the distributor confidential price list for Nigeria, so that you know the prices of the products from if you want to sponsor somebody in Nigeria. And this has got a lot of information. On page 2, you will see the delivery policy. All orders placed with 100 PV will be subject to 5% of the BV, or a minimum charge of 2,000 Naira. Okay, so less than 100 PV, if it's more than 100, then the company will not subject you to any further charges. And then at the bottom there, you have the bank details of the company. The reason why this is very important is if you are going to sponsor somebody in a market where you're not, you need to give your prospect all this information. So let me go back to the notes where we have been sharing. All right, so you get the bank details from the, let me just, current slide. Yeah, you get the bank details from the price list, the payment of bonus payment and product availability. You need to know that if you're sponsoring somebody in a different market you're not, you need to tell your new distributor as soon as they register, they need to send their bank details to the company, so that when they start earning a bonus or commission, the company can pay the money either into their account or into their mobile account. If in the country where they do business, there's mobile money. In Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, I think there's mobile money. Nigeria, the same. Lesotho, the same. I think there's M-Pesa in Lesotho. There's M-Pesa in Mozambique. So all these countries have enabled business to run very smoothly because of mobile money. So that is about sponsoring. And then a very important thing, training and support. If you sponsor somebody in a market where you're not, you need to be ready, either yourself or your upline leader, to help you support a new distributor in the market where you're not, and Neolife is registered. Very important. A new person, let me say I sponsor somebody in Nigeria 2 to 3 times every week to help them grow their business. First, find an electronic copy of how to do a kit opening. Speak to your upline leader. There is a guideline on how to open the kit if you're doing it by Zoom. It's very simple, very straightforward. 3 aspects. One, the administrative aspects of the business. That is, what is PV, what is BV, how do you order products, what is a director, a manager, senior manager, executive. Those small details about the terms we use in the business. And then arrange for training and support for your new distributor. Training and support is very crucial, because this is what helps a new distributor to grow. 2 weekly contacts, so that you guide. Remember, one of the things that new people face is discouragement from their friends and relatives. And therefore, you need to be there to help shield your new distributor from those discouragements. All right? So that's about international sponsoring in a market where Neolife is registered, but you are not there as a sponsor physically. Let's go to a bit more challenging aspect. If you have a prospect in a country where Neolife is registered, it's very important for you to know that Neolife will not give any support where they're not registered as a business. Why is it? Because it can bring a lot of legal complications. I'll give you two examples. For example, if you have a prospect who is in Rwanda, you have a prospect who is in Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, you have a prospect who is in Gabon, a country where Neolife is not registered. Neolife will not take responsibility for the business in those countries. So what does that mean? The first thing you need to do is you need to find out how the prospect or distributor, if they join, how they will get their products. That means you need to think about cross-border delivery. You think about customs duties. What are the customs charges for products of a similar nature? What are the legal issues of, because now you're actually importing Neolife products into a market where the company is not registered. So I have found that if you're going to a country where Neolife is not, it's a very good habit to know somebody at the customs and sponsor that person in the business. They will help you how to get the products through to the new market. All right. So you need to find out how to get products across the border or how to deliver the products. Then you need to decide where you're going to register the distributor. You have to register the distributor in a country where Neolife is registered. For example, I have seen that we've got some distributors in Malawi, but they have registered in South Africa. If then the northern part of Malawi, maybe they register in Tanzania. If you've got people in Zambia, the northern part of Zambia, I see some people register in Tanzania. If they're on the southern part of Zambia or Lusaka, they register in South Africa. So you need to find out where to register the distributor in a market where Neolife is registered. The next thing you need to think about is money transfer to Neolife bank account. For example, if you've got a distributor in Malawi or Zambia, Lusaka, and they want to buy products, they have to go to their bank, apply for forex in Rand, and transfer the money to Neolife's bank account in Rand. So you need to think about foreign exchange issues. Then they can order the kit or the products. The money has to be deposited in Neolife, Neolife, where they are registered. As the business grows, Neolife will not send money to a country where they are not registered. So you, as the sponsor or the director, you need to keep track of the bonuses that people in your team receive. I remember when we were opening, when the company was not registered in Nigeria, we used to keep, our distributors in Nigeria used to buy products from Ghana because Ghana was open at that time. So they would send somebody to Ghana to buy products for the whole team, then they bring them across. When the bonuses are issued in different distributors' names, but we had a record. So what we would do is instead of paying the bonuses to the distributors, the bonuses would be kept and they would be used to buy products for the next month, so that the distributors, when they collect money from their customers, they don't send it to the company. They use the previous month's bonuses to buy products for their next, something like that. So you as a distributor, you need to know how their distributors in your country will be paid their bonuses, how you're going to keep the records, and then you need to find out about training, about support, about recognition, all these issues where you need to support your new distributor who is not in a market, who is in a market that is not Neolife is registered. It's a bit more challenging than in a country where Neolife is registered. So if you're sponsoring somebody in a country where Neolife is not registered, you need to think about all these issues. How to get products across the border, what are the customs duties, what are the legal issues, do you need an import permit, where will the distributor be registered, and they have to be registered in a country where Neolife is registered officially. money transfer to Neolife bank account. Once they start receiving bonuses, how the bonuses will be sent to new distributors. You as a leader, you need to keep records of who is having how much as a bonus. You need to be able also do training and support. And as the business begins to grow bigger, you as a leader take time to visit your team. So those are a few ideas on how to manage international sponsoring. You need to take responsibility for your group. If it's a place where the Neolife is registered, maybe somebody in that country will help you. But you as a sponsor, you need to learn how to follow up with your prospects. If they get registered, you can link them up to somebody who will help them. But eventually, you as a sponsor, you need to keep in touch with your new distributor so that you can help them grow the business. The next thing I wanted to share with you that I think most people, including myself, who've struggled with for a long time in the business, that's how to discipline your disappointment. It's very important for you to how to handle disappointments in this business, because if you've been in the business for at least a month, I'm absolutely certain that you have had some level of disappointment. Why? Because it's the nature of our business. Not everybody will join your business. Not everybody will be excited about the products. Not everybody will be excited about the business itself. So, what are some of the things you're going to face? One of the first things you're going to face are the no-shows. The no-shows is when you make an appointment with the prospects to meet them at a restaurant, or they come for a meeting, or they say they'll join a Zoom meeting and they don't show up. That is called a no-show. It happens. It's part of the business. In fact, remember, our business is a sifting process. You sift the right kind of people, or you go through a process of selection so that you know the right people to join the business. So when somebody doesn't show up, it's part of the business. Don't stress about it. Maybe it's not the right time for them. Maybe they can't come to the meeting. In fact, the teaching that really brought it clearly for me is when Jim Rohn explained the parable of the sower. If you're a distributor, please look for Jim Rohn's audio called How to Build a Network Marketing Business. He explains the 4 types of responses you get from people. The people you invite for the business and they don't show up. That is like somebody who sows a seed and the birds comes and eat them up. Somebody discourages them, or their spouse tells them that thing is not worth it. They've got a negative, whatever it is, you will have a no-show, right? Or somebody who comes for the meeting, they're very excited, they join the business. The first person who tells them no, they quit. That is going to happen. You will find the people who join the business, they pay for the kit. Then life gets too busy for them. They have too many things seeking their attention. That's going to happen. All right. The type of no you're going to get is called a me-show business. A me-show is when you invite people for your team to come and see the business, but not even your team members show up for the meeting. That has happened to us and me and Betty. That has happened to many leaders in the business, when even the people in your team who say they're going to bring a lot of guests don't show up. All right? Don't worry if it happens to you. It's part of the business. Negative talk with yourself, negative talk from friends, social media, relatives. These things are going to happen. So if it happens to you, it's part of the business. In fact, when you know it's going to happen, by the way, even if when you know when it's going to happen, it's still. I remember a distributor who sponsored some time ago, and I gave him a book to read. And in the book, he read that a lot of people are going to ask this question: is this a pyramid scheme? Even when he had that knowledge theoretically, when it happens to him, it knocked him out for 2 weeks. So Knowing it is good preparation, but dealing with it emotionally is something else. So don't worry if it happens to you. It's going to happen. And then our plan is not available. It's very easy for us to blame our sponsor if things are not going well. Your upline may be busy, or your upline may not be serious. I mean, when Betty and I started, our sponsor was, I think, 2 or 3 weeks old in the business. They didn't know much. In fact, she knew as much as we knew. So we went up the line until we got somebody who would guide us. So if an upline is not available, go to the next leader to help you. Okay. Then when you have customers who complain about the price, the service, the change, all those things, you will get customers who complain. The most important thing is this: don't argue with your customer. If they say the prices are too high, I said, well, the prices are they are well-priced products because they've got high quality. Okay, I think your life is much more valuable than the price of the products that you're going to buy. So when customers complain, it's better to have a customer who complains and you know what to do than a customer who doesn't complain but goes away without telling you anything. Okay, so those are some of the challenges you're going to get. If it happens to you, learn how to deal with it. A very important thing is learn to detach yourself from what prospects or negative people say. Is it an easy thing? No, it is not easy because we are emotional beings. But with time, you're going to learn how to detach yourself from the emotional outcome. What are some of the things that will help you to manage these disappointments is pay attention to your goals and dreams. That's why I always recommend read your goals every day, look at your dream chart, look at the things, look at the reasons why you joined the business. Number two, engage in income producing activities. Pay attention to your daily method of operation. What are the things you need to do every day to grow your business? Talking to people. Number three, read good books daily, 15 minutes before you go to bed. Why is it important to read 15 minutes before you go to bed? Because when you're preparing to sleep, your mind slows down, goes into the alpha mode, and that's when your mind absorbs things very well. So if you do positive things that before you sleep, you'll wake up a positive person the next day. Keep friends who encourage you to go after your goals. That is why, show me your friends, I will show you your future. So keep good friends. Exercise daily. If you exercise daily, you will find that your positive nature, the positivity is going to have, because when you exercise, hormones are released into your bloodstream that helps you to have a positive attribute. Your level of oxytocin will go up. If you're a man, testosterone will also go up. You will find that it gives you a lift so that you can manage. So daily exercise is very, very important for you to manage disappointment and to have a disciplined life. So if you pay attention to those little things, you're going to handle your disappointments much better. So you begin to develop a thick skin, because this business, you have to develop a thick skin. You will have many people who disappoint you. Have a lot of people who say this thing. Somebody who did this. So I will encourage you to pay attention to these small things. You will get no shows. None of your prospects show up. You'll get me shows. Even some of your success lines don't show up. Negative thinking people, your upline is not available, customers go, all these things will happen. Just pay attention to your dreams and goals. Engage in income producing activities. Read good and positive books. Keep friends who encourage you to go after your goals, and exercise daily. If you do these few things, I think you are going to learn how to handle your challenges and to handle disappointments that helps you to grow in the business. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for having spent this evening with Betty and myself. I hope the little we have shared will help you to handle some of the challenges that you're going to meet in this business.